Before I found my own organization, I worked for an organization called 9 to 5 Atlanta Working Women. When I was at 9 to 5, we realized that if a child got sick, her husband got sick, or anyone got sick, she couldn't take off from work and be paid. She would have to say, "I'm sick." So we ran the campaign called Family Care Act. And I used to come to Habitat to facilitate workshops with their clients and homeowners around the Family Care Act. When my mother became ill, I started looking for places to go. I'm formerly incarcerated. So I was living in a program apartment. And I went to Habitat and I couldn't fill out the application. Then I was saying, well, why can't I come here to facilitate workshops, so why can't I apply for a house? And so I had the conversation with Melissa, and Melissa called me and told me to come on over to fill out the application. So I came over, I filled out the application, and I think in June, I think in November, I was moving in. And actually, all women built this house, basically. And so all my organizations I work for are all women. Let me back up. I met 9 to 5 through a lady at Center for Working Families. That's where I worked at first. And they wanted to do a story on a person that made minimum wage, and that was me. I made less than minimum wage. I worked at Manheim Car Auction and made $6.35 an hour, but I only worked 8 hours a week. So that was less, but I kept it. And I said I'm gonna make the best of it because this is the first job that I have that I can say I'm formerly incarcerated. And I'm happy to say through First Step Staffing, I have a letter on my wall back there from President Carter for an Inspire Award, because I was the first person at First Step Staffing to take an 8-hour a week job and make it over 40 hours a week. I just started volunteering, and I volunteered enough that I became co-chair of the board of 9 to 5 Working Women. So then we got a girl came in from Ohio, and I was talking to her about being formerly incarcerated and getting a job. I said, but you know anything about that box on the applications? And she said, well, in Ohio, they got something where they call ban the box. So that was the first campaign I won. It was removing the box off an application at the city of Atlanta that will ask you about your criminal history before hiring you. I was able to move forward all the way to the White House so people that have background can get jobs. They won't be able to get all the jobs, but they can get some jobs, and they do. I have 2 friends that did do some work that's formerly incarcerated, a female and a male, that worked in the White House that opened the door all the way now, so for people. I told them that I wanted to do more of this kind of work, so they said, we don't do that here, Ms. Marilyn. So anyway, I started my own organization. I was going into the system, talking to women, so they have a pipeline. They have somebody they can reach out to once they hit that door. It was, it's emotional for me because I remember I've been going to jail since I was a kid. My juvenile record is just like my adult record. I went to training school, I went to juvenile, I don't know how many times, maybe 30, 40 times I've been arrested. I've been in prison 8 times. And if I had had any family support, any type of support, I wouldn't have did all that. I just think it's the divine power that brought all this together. And if I had never went to prison, I never would be doing the work I'm doing now. I'd be just like everybody else. Oh, they need to go to jail. They need to go to jail. But it's a reason. It's the root cause of why we do things. And if you don't address the root cause, we're gonna be that familiar face, that revolving door. We're just gonna do that until somebody can help us with the root cause of our issues that has us doing what we're doing.